Batman movie review series has finally come to an end, and what better way to celebrate than reviewing one last movie, which is The Dark Knight Rises. Okay, so The Dark Knight Rises is the third and final installment in the Christopher Nolan Dark Knight Trilogy, and The Dark Knight Rises takes place 8 years after the events of The Dark Knight. And there's a new villain in Gotham City, and he is Bane. And he is played by Tom Hardy. And Tom Hardy does a fantastic job playing Bane. And although he wears a mask and it's hard to hear his voice sometimes, he still does a tremendous job playing Bane. And after the events of The Dark Knight, Batman decided to go away for a long time because if you have seen The Dark Knight, this is a spoiler, so be warned. At the end of The Dark Knight, if you have seen it, Two-Face or Harvey Dent died, and people blamed Batman for it, and so Batman decided to hide in the shadows for a long time. When he hears about what Bane is doing to Gotham City, he decides to come out of the shadows and defeat Bane. One of the best things about The Dark Knight Rises is Anne Hathaway as Catwoman. Hathaway is by far my favorite actress who has ever played Catwoman in any Batman production. Why? Because she's a badass. Sorry, weirdo Michelle Pfeiffer fans. I pick Anne Hathaway as my favorite Catwoman. Do I like The Dark Knight Rises? Yes. Do I like it as much as The Dark Knight? No. There are some flaws that I had with it, like for example, it's 2 hours and 40 minutes and it goes on for way too long. Like, I remember one scene I almost fell asleep during, so it easily could have been like a half hour shorter. Another flaw I had with it is that, well, it's a spoiler, so if you haven't seen The Dark Knight Rises, I recommend you either cover your ears or turn down the volume. Okay, so the ending of The Dark Knight Rises really confused me. Like, it was the one scene where Bane was about to blow up Gotham City with a bomb, but Batman decides to go in his helicopter and throw the bomb in the lake that Gotham City is near. So Batman does that, but the bomb goes off and he just explodes. And they cut to a scene after that where they show his grave and Alfred's crying and it's emotional. Like it seriously is emotional. And after that, they show a scene where Alfred is in Paris. And they cut to him looking at a table that Batman and Catwoman are sitting at, and it really confused me. I couldn't tell if Batman either faked his death or he died. I couldn't tell, and I was really confused. Overall, I think The Dark Knight Rises is a great finale to an epic franchise, even though I didn't think The Dark Knight Rises was quite as good as Batman Begins, and it was nowhere near as good as The Dark Knight. It was still a great movie. The Dark Knight Rises gets a B+. Okay, out of all the Batman movies, which is your favorite? Whatever it is, comment below and let me know. And I have a quick announcement to make. From Sunday to Thursday, I will be in New York City for spring break, and if you're watching this video, and if you live in New York City, then just stop by and you can say hi. So don't expect a Batman v Superman review until next Saturday. And if you want to see more of my videos, be sure to subscribe.